And today's controversy is coming from yet another member, or should I say, members of the hip-hop community. A new podcaster signed under Jive has teamed up with Muse out of North Carolina in a quest to redeem his title and bring North Carolina and Maryland to the forefront of the line. We're going off!
I can't tell if you're referring to
North Carolina! Come on, raise up!
God damn it, I knew it.
You got something you wanted to talk about before the bevy of music we have to review this week.
That's right. I went to hip-hop website, Hip Hop DX. T-Pain claims Kanye stole one of his lines after telling him it was corny.
Right? Oh, no.
Clutch the pearls. Like,
if Kanye hasn't done enough, now ruffling the feathers of one of the internet's newly found darlings, T-Pain, might be going a bit too far.
Yeah. So he says, let me tell you about the time that one of my corny lines got stolen. T-Pain began during a Twitch live stream. He stole one of my corny lines after he told me it was corny. I got beef like 2 burgers. You niggas win slow, and I'm smarter than Steve Urkel. Now, he's like, keep in mind the Winslow family, right? You know, corny as fuck. I knew it was corny when I said it. So yeah, Kanye was listening to it, and he was like, holding his hand up to his chin and kind of like bobbing his head. And then he heard the Winslow line, and he was just like, don't ever say that. This is why I say corny lines, because in my heart, I know they're corny. But if the right person says it, it's not corny anymore, apparently.
I got beef like 2 burgers. You niggas win slow, and I'm smarter than Steve Urkel.
Rolling down the window, too many Urkels on your team, that's why your win's low.
Now, I will editorialize a little bit here, and I will say, actually, just for my money, if I'm looking at the construction of the line, I do think Kanye actually did kind of frame it better, because he framed it more simply. Too many Urkels on your team, that's why he wins low. That works. But the fact of him saying, nah, that's corny, don't use that, and then, but I'm gonna use it better. It's like, come on now.
What if it was like, don't ever say that because I've already got that one lined up and people are gonna think I'm ripping you off if you say that. He definitely did frame it better. I do gotta give him that.
Did this nigga try to get me to not say my shit so he could say it?
It's funny because in my head, I forgot about that line entirely until you said it, and then I remembered the fucking line. In my headcanon, I thought that was a Drake line.
All of a sudden, I'm hating because you can't fill up a stadium. Yes, I can. I've done it. But I've also let people hear fucking finished songs.
Oh, man. I'm just saying, when someone in the industry saying this shit, and T-Pain has no reason to be like, oh, I'm just hating for no reason. No, he's fine. He has no reason to just be talking shit for no reason. He was just like, nah, you let them buy an unfinished album twice. Come on, son.
We gotta start with Switchfoot. And this album right the fuck here, was requested by Jared Levi. I still haven't got clarification.
I believe Jared Levi. Yeah.
Levi. It's Nothing Is Sound by Switchfoot. And it's an album.
It's actually funny. I did a Billboard Top 100 stream, which you should totally join if you're listening on my Twitch stream. Excuse me. Goddamn fucking hiccup interrupted my masterfully integrated...
Oh, I gotta do it again.
Yeah, exactly. My masterfully integrated advertisement.
Yeah.
But... yeah, no, I remember hearing, it was we did 2004, we were on the year 2004, and then a Switchfoot song came up, and I was like, hey, that's the album I'm reviewing this week. And it was one of those songs where it was just no, this actually does sound like a, if I heard this on the radio, I probably wouldn't switch the station, but I would not actively think of, what, this is a Christian rock group? Okay,
I always thought that Switchfoot were more like if Creed didn't suck.
That's exactly it.
Because, Creed was a little more obviously Christian than Switchfoot, and even on this album here, was very interesting to me, because I didn't remember Stars until I heard it on the album, and I was like, oh yeah, I do kind of remember hearing that back in 2005, but definitely didn't get nearly as much radio play as Dare You to Move.
Oh, was that them? I didn't even think.
It was Meant to Live and Dare You to Move.
I remember hearing that song on the internet. Like, it was
Those were huge.
It was like a Newgrounds video I remember seeing, and I'd never heard the song before.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, Newgrounds of all fucking places. And it was just like, hey, here's actually an inspirational video amongst all the, other videos you watch about, like, hey, I'm 10 years old and I figured out, Flash. Let me make a, like, R-rated version of Pokemon game, a Flash game. You know what I'm saying? So I remember watching all those videos, then coming across that one, I was like, oh, this is oddly inspirational. Yeah, like a dare you to move. Yeah. Holy shit. You just brought that back to my mind. That's why I just wasn't expecting that one.
And, like, I remember kind of liking Meant to Live and Dare You to Move for what they were. Like, they absolutely weren't what I was listening to at the time, but Switchfoot was always just kind of okay to me. I never really hated them or never really loved them one way or another. So when I listened to this album, I was kind of surprised at how, dare I say, anti-capitalist this album is.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, okay, let's get it. Let's fucking...
It's weird. Like,
I love it, though.
It definitely plays it safe.
Yes.
But I really do wonder if, like, typical Christian conservative rockers fuck with Switchfoot, because they seem a little too left-leaning in their message. Now, again,
they're a little spicy in their messaging, but, some of the peoples are maybe not smart enough to get what they're trying to say ultimately. You know what I mean?
It is extremely subtle, is the thing.
Like, I don't want to exactly say System of a Down, because they're not the exact same energy, but in the sense of like, there's definitely something deeper that they're saying here. But yeah, maybe the more, conservative, fans might not be actually keying in on what's going on. Yeah. But
I mean, if conservatives are saying that they love Rage Against the Machine, they clearly don't pay attention to the lyrical content.
And this is my bit of a thing with this is a mini tangent. People say like, hey, if you didn't get people to understand the message enough, and racists and bigots still are getting the message, maybe you didn't do a good enough job. But it's like, maybe sometimes we're kind of underestimating how stupid bigots are. Because, like, if you didn't get it with System of a Down, like, come on.
Yeah.
But, anyway, getting back to it, though. I wanted to say, though, like, when it comes to, like, Chris, you talked about Creed earlier. There is this feeling in general, because I want to bring up another group, where it's like, where you feel like sometimes people are doing, like, okay, I feel like on a certain level, at least for me, there's nothing wrong with being like a Christian artist or whatever, but when you feel like you're trying to sneak it in and trying to act like that's not what it is, that's when it feels insulting, right? Like another group, POD. They were one of those groups where I felt like I remember heard one of those songs, a couple of those songs I was listening back to, I was like, wow, I can't remember, I forgot, that was that group, wow, they were known for all these songs. And then hearing one or two songs and being like, wait a minute, you're trying to say, like, make like a Christian song, we're trying to like sneak it in. Oh, fuck you, asshole, like, I know what you're doing. It's that thing where it's like, where it's like, you feel it where it feels like the artist is embarrassed of being Christian, and so they feel like they have to sneak it. But then on top of that, you also have these Christian rockers who are like, they feel embarrassed to be Christian, so they have to make the subtle message, but then they have their other songs where it's like, what was that fucking DC Talk song? If I say I'm a Jesus freak, what would people think? Like, shut up. Christianity is absolutely the normalized religion in America. Stop acting like you're, like, fucking victim. Like, that's what I can't fucking stand from certain, like, Christian groups, right? You know what I mean? Like, but with this group, I didn't get that feeling. I got the feeling that it was like, no, this is our message, and we want to say it in an artistic way. And, sure, it may be our thing, but, that's what it is. And like you said earlier, it's like, maybe it's not like, oh my God, blowing you out. Oh my God, you need to get this album right now. But it doesn't feel embarrassing, first of all, like as a Christian rock album.
They definitely don't beat you over the head with it. Yeah. And I appreciate that.
It's that balance.
Like, I mean, we just talked about...
That's right.
Is that what the show has become? We fucking talked about Kanye last week, and now we're doing Switchfoot? We gotta do one fucking Christian album a week?
We gotta show you how Christian music done right.
God, what I thought was really funny?
Adequate.
Yeah. Fucking Christian rock done passable.
Right.
When I looked up the album on Wikipedia, I just wanted to point out a couple of these reviews, first of all. From Cross Rhythms, a Christian media organization operated in England. They gave it a smashing, dare I say, 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
And Jesus Freak Hideout gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Oh my.
So, with their target demo, they were knocking it out of the goddamn park here.
Or they got it sewed up.
As far as the mainstream media attention, kind of middle of the road. Pretty much how I felt about it. Like, it's okay enough.
The big hit was from the last album that was
the last album had the 2 big hits, and this had the minor hit Stars, which apparently like peaked at number 16. So that's like,
wow.
Well,
yeah, that's pretty.
Well,
good.
I'm sorry. I gotta rephrase that. 16 on the modern rock chart.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, not on the Hot 100. I think it was like, I think it said it was like 68 on the Hot 100.
Okay.
Still, that it even cracked the top 100 is still kind of impressive.
Yeah. You know, they're Gorilla songs that that were like the biggest hits on certain albums that didn't even crack the fucking bubbling under 100 chart. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
God.
That's when you hate it. You're like, oh come on, like that's insulting. Don't even tell me at that point when it's the 25 bubbling under 100. It's like, oh God, that's just embarrassing.
Yeah, that's the fucking pity bone you're throwing at that point. Part of the verse in Lonely Nation to start things off. I think it's a pretty good way to start off the album, especially in the message that we were kind of talking about. We are the target market. We set the corporate target.
Yeah.
We're the slaves of what we want. We're just numb and amused, and we're just used to bad news, and we're slaves of what we want. This does kind of sound like boomer get off my lawn type talk, but we are the lonely nation. We are the disenchanted, the disillusioned. We are the remnant of lonely souls wanting more than anything we could buy with this cold hard cash. I wrote this song while we were playing a stretch of rock radio shows. I'd walk around near the back and just breathe in the loneliness. Masses of lonely, scared kids. I remember thinking about the irony. Here, you have the connected generation of online communities. Instant Messenger, TM, I don't know what that is, MySpace, and cell phones grows more and more lonely every day, saying how it's ironic that we're more and more connected to people online, but still manage to be so alone in real life.
I get you.
I didn't really get that in the message, besides the "We are the lonely nation." Didn't really expound on that too much.
I didn't get that from a digital, like, speaking about social media, wise. It just felt like a general, like, atomization and loneliness, you know, spurred by, I mean, I guess we can, you know, if we were to pull back the full layers of it, yes, capitalism and how it alienates us from other people through work and shit like that. But, you know, yeah, just in general, sort of like talking about, like, God damn it, now I'm looking at the Note for Stars, because god damn it, I like that song. But
I honestly, I didn't even have too many notes for that one. I thought it was one of the better cuts on the record, for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely the one I would have picked to be the leading single.
But when I look at the stars...
Oh, man. He can fucking yell, man.
Yeah.
And he'd actually... there's a lot of, like, yeah! On this album. And it's like, alright, he's fucking going for it.
And just showing you that line right there, like, if there's, like, in that moment of just, like, you know, the build-up of what happens, and then just, like, that boom, but when I look at the stars, like, it hits you in a way, like
yeah.
This album, listening to this 2005 album, I think I was talking to you recently about, like, man, I feel like rock artists, I ain't really doing it like that anymore. And maybe there are out there that are, like, you know, just not in the mainstream and popping like that. But, like, when it comes to the mainstream, like, we used to be able to just be able to, like, you know, pluck which best ones we wanted, right? Like, even the, you know, and even you and I, it seems that are admitting, like, yeah, this probably ain't, like, the best rock group out there. But, like, god damn, they knew how to give you that drop right for the hook, though. Like, they knew how to do something that made you fucking remember this shit, like...
Between Stars and the other highest rated cut for me was Daisy, the last cut.
The Daisy Let It Go. Ooh, yeah, that chill-ass joint, yeah.
Everything kind of in between kind of got, you know, threes, the occasional 3.5. There's some 2.5s though.
They're interchangeably fine. Although I will say, I think I actually enjoyed some songs more than you did. I thought the next track on here, "Happy" is a yuppie word. I thought that was a really fun one.
That was good.
Yeah, it was interestingly cynical as a song, but like, it's like it's cynical, but in that same way that still has a legit happy sounding like bit to it. You know, like it's weird. Like
I'm pretty sure this falls under the anti-capitalist message, though. Also, of
of course.
Yuppie is an odd term to hear. Even for 2005, it feels dated. Basically, what they're implying is that, like, as a yuppie, they basically mean, like, those who can afford happiness.
And see, yeah, that's where it's kind of like an interesting sort of space. It's like, you know, like, the idea of, like, oh, I'm happy. It's something that, well, yeah, if you're rich enough, maybe you can, like, call yourself that side of thing. Yeah, I love that.
And it was more... Like, it had an interesting aggression to it, musically, too.
Happy is a yuppie word.
Like, the guitars would, like, stab and cut through, too. This album is way angrier than it leads on. It's weird. Because then you get a lot of other songs that are so... I'm not saying these are the worst cuts, but just in, like, a way more toned down, like, Shadow Proves the Sunshine is a very understated cut.
See, yeah, because I actually really enjoyed that one as well.
It was alright.
You know what's funny? Have you ever played the game Life is Strange?
No, I know you were talking about it, though.
That game has so much music that feels like this track in particular, where it's like that sort of indie feeling, but like, oh, but it's still like you can get into it though. Like it's one of those games where it's just like, oh yeah, I feel like the soundtrack really sold this game. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like even now I'm like, oh, when I get the urge to play that game, I'm like, but I could just listen to the soundtrack though. You know what I mean? On Spotify. We're crooked souls trying to stay up straight, dry eyes in the pouring rain. Well, the shadow proves the sunshine. And it's one of those things where it's like, that's what I like when people do things that are like, it's not directly just trying to say, hey, be happy. Here's positive music to tell you to be happy. But using like this metaphor to be like, the shadow proves that sunshine is there. It's like, so like, it's one of those immediate things like, yeah, so if you're going through this dark point, but doesn't that kind of like prove that the good things are there by fact that you can have that comparison to the good and the bad? And it's like, huh, like, wow, you just made me like think about life, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to look at the lowest rated cuts here. They're actually all in a row. Come to find that always seems to happen with me. And they're not even low, just lower. The Setting Sun, which I thought was a more generic kind of cut.
Let me see. Yeah, that was alright. Again, Radio Ready, you know.
Golden, which I thought sounded sweet, but is kind of meh overall.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was about. It was vaguely positive, but you know, you are golden.
I also kind of got mixed messages on politicians. I pledge allegiance to a country without borders, without politicians, watching for my sky to get torn apart. We are broken, we are bitter, we are the problem, we're the politicians. And I was like, what?
And it was like one of those things like, wait, are you trying to say like, I'm a politician, but for the better world of, the coming of God, I want to be the politician for that world. But then it sounds like he's saying like, but we're the broken people. We are the politicians of this imperfect world. Like, it just didn't seem like the metaphor was finished. Yeah, like.
Yeah, it kind of lost me. It was like, you're blaming the politicians, and then it's like, but we're to blame because we're the I was like, wait a minute.
The message, it should be like, when it gets to that chorus, but when I look at the star, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want for these songs, right? Where it's like, even if you don't get the message, but like, oh, you're still here for that hook though, right? And that's what you kind of have to judge, these type of songs on for. Although I will say, just to bring it, again, to throw it back in Kanye's face, I guess, it's like, here's this Christian rock group, but it's like, I felt more of, even in the weeds of these songs that didn't feel like, kind of felt muddled, in the messaging. Like, overall, I still at least got the idea they wanted me to be a better person in this album, like, I at least got that, like,
How did you feel about Easier Than Love? The album's vaguely anti-sexuality track? I guess where they lost me is where they were saying, like, it's easier to love. And I'm sitting here there like, easier than what? Like, what point is trying to be made here is where I was lost in that. Maybe I was just too hung up on the just kind of awkward, like, sex and advertising is bad, and I guess if your overarching message is about capitalism, it fits and it works, and it kind of fits into that. But it's hard.
It feels like it's dripping into being directly anti-sex by proxy, right?
It's hard to look at them as a Christian group and not go there.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel you on that.
So many people have went down that road of sex and advertising is bad, porn is bad. So it's not a stretch to assume that they would think that also.
Yeah, although I will say they did kind of get me with the wah on the hook. So listening to it just kind of go so taking it as a this is a 2000s rock song about how isn't corporatocracy lame, so when it fits into that and then it has the wah, fitting with the I'm so annoyed and that sort of it. So it got me enough that it made it so I wasn't actively thinking about the points that you're bringing up. You know what I'm saying? The thought is there, but it's as an artist, you have a job, which is to make me, in general, when it comes to the messages that you're bringing in your song, if you can make it so that it's not here's the message song, time to take your vegetables, everybody. You know what I mean? I think you're doing at least an admirable job, how many songs have whatever messages in them, but you don't mind because, but it did so well at delivering that message, So, yeah.
I think the only song I actually have explicitly negative notes about is the blues. Because there's weird moments of voice cracking and an awkward flow in his singing. I thought it was a well-written track, and that kind of goes for most of these songs, is that I think they're all well-written. And I just think the biggest crime for most of these would just be that sometimes they can be a bit boring or a bit meh.
I see that. Yeah.
But I think that's the worst it's the worst as they get is boring.
And I'll even say I actually kind of like the blues. I like the blues. I thought that song captured the melancholia of what they were trying to do well enough. The part where it's when they said, it'll be a day like this one when the world caves in. And it's one of those, those lines that makes me oh shit, is it today then?
Yeah. They really do have a way of making you think with some of these, and it's weird how pessimistic this album can be sometimes.
Despite being
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what'd you give this overall?
I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 4.
Wow, okay.
I thought it was fun enough to, just stand. I thought it was above average, right enough to be okay. Every one of these songs had me feeling I would listen to this if this was on the radio station. Even more so, I would listen to this if this was on the Christian radio station, right? If this is on there, I would not change the station. You know what I mean?
A lot of the time, if I'm flipping through a radio and I come across a Christian station,
and you can tell,
it's very obvious. Yeah.
He did everything for me. It's okay, well, he's probably not talking about his uncle.
Yeah. This, though, this would trick me. I would not be so quick to assume if I came across this. This is very, very middle of the road between the Christian contemporary and secular stuff. This could definitely appeal both sides of the aisle, which is rare, I feel like.
Yeah, genuinely, yeah.
So good on them. I have no idea what they're doing these days. But this album from 15 years ago is okay.
Hey, look at that.
So with that said, Goin Off are about to do it again.
Let's get into it. The Champagne Poppy himself.
Champagne Poppy, oh man. This is the 4th Drake release for Goin Off. In the past, we have reviewed such hits as Episode 60, Views. Episode 102, More Life. And episode 255, Scorpion.
Oh, did we ever do If You're Reading This It's Too Late?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Nope. So we're back again with CLB, Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
Admittedly, my expectations were very low.
Yeah. I mean,
and the thing is, Drake is not terrible. Right?
No. Yeah, he is someone who, like from the start of his career, was, like, definitely lyrically there, but you could totally tell that he was relying on gimmicks, you know, like, he totally was doing this to get the love song with the ladies, and the way where you could, like, you know, it's one of those things, like, I can't even enjoy it too much, because it's so calculated what you're doing, you know, like...
So, I don't even know exactly why I always get filled with such dread and I think it's because they always tend to be so long, especially since Scorpion was long, this one's long, and I gotta point this out, because Fantano made this point in a video leading up to the review, and it plays into a line on this album that I'm going to have to reference. So, because I think we even talked about this yesterday, we were talking about, well, not yesterday, but last week, with Kanye, and how you have so many songs on your album that you're clearly trying to game the streaming game in
the algorithm.
The algorithm, we got so many, it's obviously going to take up a lot of time. You're going to have a fuck ton of streams because you've got so many songs. There is a song on this album. It's on In the Bible.
Oh my god, that song of all songs. Right after reviewing a Christian rock, you have this one song called In the Bible, which has nothing to do with the Bible, by the way. It's just...
Lil Durk, in his verse, says, Drake's song do 1 billion streams for sure. And so Dirk here is insinuating that a single song of Drake's will have 1 billion streams, which, I get it, that's unrealistic. I know you're exaggerating.
Yeah, brag, you know.
What I gotta point out here is, the number one most streamed male rapper on Spotify is... Wager to take a guess?
Drake?
Lil Nas X.
Oh.
who just recently overtook DaBaby as the most streamed male rapper on Spotify.
Wow.
Lil Nas X has like 5 songs.
right now, yeah.
Like,
and when he did his last album, it was only like 7, wasn't it? Yeah, like
the most streamed songs, like, I think I saw Industry Baby had like 100 million.
Yeah,
and you've got Old Town Road, you've got Panini, you've got Montero, which did really big numbers. But, like, Holiday didn't do that big of numbers, I don't think. So, like, you're looking at a man who, like, realistically, like, 5 or 6 really big songs. And Drake isn't even in the conversation, and he's been going for how long?
Well, I mean, just the fact that he, you know, you bring up this point, the fact that he feels that he needs to have 21 songs.
And what is it doing?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, well, if you look at the Billboard Hot 100, they're fucking half of them are on there.
That's exactly what we said was going to happen.
Yeah.
That happens every fucking week, and then they're gone the next week.
Next week, yeah.
We'll have 1 or 2 songs that'll stick around, and all the other ones will shake off by then.
Oh, excuse me. That was with Kanye's album, actually. Yeah, I looked at a bunch of Kanye's songs are on there this week. Next week. But yeah, and the highest one is the one with The Weeknd, as we had kind of predicted, like, because that's the best sounding one. That's the one we're probably going to want to listen to the most.
But on here, Drake is joined by a bevy of musician friends. Some carry over from the Kanye album.
Yeah,
we got Jay-Z.
Cudi, yeah.
Young Thug was on both.
Oh, that's true.
I almost missed Young Thug's verse on this album too.
There's a real Disney DreamWorks situation.
Oh, man. Last week, for those who didn't listen to our Kanye review, there was a song that Kanye had with Young Thug and... Who is it? Someone else was on that, wasn't it?
Either DaBaby or Lil Baby. I'm guessing Lil Baby. And if you can't remember who it was probably Lil Baby.
And I didn't make it to Young Thug's part because I bailed before I got to his part. And on this album, I almost did the same. But I realized I can't be doing that twice in a row. So I stuck around. and I can't say I felt rewarded.
You need to listen to it this time to specifically have that feeling of, oh, hey, this young third verse is starting off kind of interesting, and kind of Johnny drops off at the end. You need to have that experience, because it seems to happen every time, this album included.
Drake, Drizzy Drake, Champagne Poppy here, he has got 2 modes on this album. Complaining about rich celebrity shit nobody listening can possibly relate to.
Right.
And saying some real shit in a real boring way.
That could either, relate into something about, romance or something to that effect.
Absolutely.
Because that's the thing. This album is called Certified Lover Boy. And going in, I was thinking, oh, okay, I see. We're going to get a whole bunch of fucking love song anthems. We're going to get a whole bunch of fucking bops. It's going to be it will no longer be questioned whether or not I am the lover boy of hip-hop. I've got all these. He fucking did the fucking thing where he, etched in his hairline the goddamn heart. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay.
He fucking took the online test. He printed out the certificate.
Right.
Certified, bona fide lover boy here. And I did forget his third mode, mild, subtle misogyny. So
yeah, right. And these things are interchangeably throughout.
It is a special Drake brand of not exactly aware he's being sexist, but being very sexist. But we'll get to that. We gotta start with Champagne Poetry.
Okay, and this is the other thing I want to bring up, right before, because this ties into the lyrics of the actual album. When promoting this album, he decided to put out a bunch of pure black poster, but with white letters, with certain lyrics from the album, right?
Yeah, and he printed them on shirts.
Yeah, and when I saw them, though, I was like, wait, because these lyrics were so goddamn corny and not good. I was like, are these from other, Drake albums? But it was but I don't remember those lyrics. Because one of the first one was oh, you're a lesbian, me too, girl, or some weird shit like that. And I was like,
yeah.
Wait, did he already say that? I could have sworn he said something that corny before.
That's the fucking thing with Drake. We've been talking about this fucker collectively, combined, on YouTube, even outside of the show, in our own personal shows, we've reviewed Drake things.
Right.
This man has not grown or evolved as an artist in years!
Right,
we are still stuck in the mud with Drake.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was legit, the line here, and I kind of I want to make sure I get it right, because which track is it? It's girls want girls. How can I fucking
Girls want girls, of course.
Yeah, you say that you're a lesbian girl. Me too.
Me too.
That was the line that was on posters. When you fucking drive into a city and you see the big poster there, driving to New York City.
Damn it.
In addition to the fucking poster for The Lion King, whatever the fuck, you saw the poster for, you say that you are a lesbian girl, me too. Certified lover boy coming soon. What?
God.
That's what you you might as well just put the fucking, are you into girls too, lesbianas? You might as well put that up. It's just as corny. I couldn't believe it.
It's really bad.
I was like, what? And the thing is, it's not even treated with the gravitas of that line, right? Because in that song, he was like, lesbian. He was fucking pushing it in your face.
He was elbowing you in the side.
Right. With this line, he starts off girls want girls with you say that you're a lesbian girl, me too. Hey, girls want girls where I'm from. He doesn't even treat it as if this is a ridiculous line. He tries to just treat it anyways, on with the song. No, that was corny as shit, bro. You're not just gonna act like that wasn't whack as shit.
Not only has he not grown as an artist, but he hasn't matured as a person.
Yeah, and oh my god, so throughout this whole album, let me just say the first line on Champagne Poetry. Honestly, one of the songs that I thought was one of the better songs on the album.
It is one of the better ones, yeah.
Once you get past the first line, which is I've been hot since the birth of my son. I remain unfazed, trust, worst has been done. Oh!
The cover of the album, Drake.
Right! This album basically feels like the personification of the rage meme with the fake unbothered face in front of it. You know, like, you can see the tears streaming down the face behind it, but it's putting on like, yeah, checkmate, lib, like whatever the fuck thing, you know? You can tell he's like still raging about something.
I don't love the, what is it? Chipmunk Soul album?
Littered all throughout this album. Interestingly enough, as he disses Kanye West. But,
yeah,
he actually totally, definitely has a reason for that as we get to that track, though.
You can fucking tell he's wearing his goddamn influences on his wrist, but yeah, it's very ironic in this case. The I love you, until I sample in Champagne Poetry.
Yeah, it was played
again.
Out.
It wouldn't be so bad if it didn't play for the entire fucking duration in the background.
Right. If that was just the intro, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
There's a couple songs on this album that have two parts. The first half totally sounds like a warm-up, and it's like, okay, now I'm for real with the second part. Like, forget everything up to this point. That was the pre-show.
So much a warm-up to the point where I was like, what is the point of the first part? You could have just given me the second half, because it's not that much of a departure, honestly, from the energy of what the first... Like, it's not like, oh man, the lyrics on this song are so different from the lyrics on this part two, that it's like, yeah, I see how you had to split them up. It's like, not really, like...
I wrote down for the first verse that there were well-written bars that I forgot what he said as soon as the verse was over. That happens with Drake a lot for me.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, like, in-your-face hitting punchlines. There are a lot of, like, haha, because I still have success. What is it of me to say this line? You know, reaffirming it. You know, lyrics where he says, like, you know, nothing tell the truth like the eyes will. Lives so much for others, don't remember how I feel. Friends that hide places and friends that I hide still. Still manage to moonwalk straight through a minefield. You know, it's sort of literally like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying like that. But, like, it's like, there are lyrics like that all throughout this album, but it's like, there's nothing that really makes you go like, oh, that's a bar, throw this up on Instagram. You know, like... No,
put this on a fucking billboard. Put this on a shirt and sell it for money. There's a few parts on Champagne Poetry I wrote down that I feel are worth quoting. This first couplet, Future signed the contracts, he don't even show it to me. I don't have to second guess nothing with no one I love. Drake, I'd still look at those contracts. Like, I'd,
in the industry the way it is with a bunch of fucking, you know, money men trying to make sure they're ripping you off at every possible conceivable angle. I don't count your chickens too quickly.
and I don't know, Future never really came across to me as like an upstanding, honorable dude, so...
When I heard that line, talking about him signing something, I thought it was like a fucking... It felt to me like some Nicolas Cage shit, where it's just like, oh, are you cool? Because you know how Nicolas Cage, like, owes, you know, he bought a couple of islands maybe before he had the money straight, so I feel that similar way with Future, possibly, concerning his baby mamas, you know, he still kind of has to pay this, and so that's why he's kind of putting out so much music so quickly. Wasn't that kind of the perceived wisdom at a certain point when he was, like, putting out, like, double albums and shit with the Future Hendrix shit where it's just like, oh, you owe some people some money, don't you?
No. Then, once we get into part two, it's still got that original sample, but, like, it's running at a, like, way lower, and I think they, like, took off the pitch shift, so it's, like, going at a normal pitch. And Drake here, there are parts in the album where I generally do worry and feel for Drake, and I don't know if that's just me being gullible or naive, but there have been times sprinkled through his career, like even on Work, the fucking Rihanna song, we've pointed it out, how Drake will randomly throw in that, like, there are people plotting and, like, praying for his downfall, and...
Right, and when you're that famous, it's like, okay, I understand the paranoia to a certain extent, right?
And that's what I have down here, is the typical Drake paranoia, but it's also mixed with, like, real-life stressors that literally, like, up to a point, did give me some secondhand anxiety. I have written down here I know I tend to talk about how I got fortune on me, but that comes with the politics the city been forcing on me. Man, I can't even RIP and show my remorse to the homie. No, I carry the guilt of the city's misfortune on me. I even got the cleaning staff plotting extortion on me. My parents' divorce is on me. My therapist's voice is making the choices for me. And I always censor myself because no matter what, they reporting on me. I was like, you know, Drake, you really do make your existence sound like a fucking living hell here. Like, I don't know. There have been times where he's talking about, you know, like,
scrutinized,
I'm smelling like a vacation, life, so easy, and then, I still feel guilty for my parents' divorce, and it's like, oh my fucking god, Drake,
Right.
Jesus. But then I have written down following that up, he goes, how they turned you in for rewards, how the do we manage to win everything but awards? There's like a little censored gap.
They edited that. What was that about? Because I think it was just the word fuck, right? Like,
and he literally just said, like, I always censor myself. So I was like, is he literally just censoring himself? Because he just said the N-word in the previous line, right? So, like...
it was a weird moment where, like, was he trying to make a point of that?
If it was getting censored, you would have censored that out, too. It was like, there's no way you could have said something worse than fuck there. Like, nothing else really makes sense in that context, so... that's the only time it happens. This isn't the Kanye album, where we're just dropping every curse, you know?
See, I had a moment where, like, I think just because by proxy, I was thinking, like, wait, was that a reference to Kanye?
I was going, no. Oh, that could have been. Oh,
editing
shit.
my album for no real reason.
But then we got Poppy's Home, which I thought again had another annoyingly affected vocal sample.
Yeah, and this one was like, it felt like the same song as before, but I can tell it's a different song, but it still feels like you're doing the same thing where you're like, oh, I'm, speeding up the voice, but having like barely any beat work underneath it, which is a similar thing where like this whole album where it's just like beats that are just kind of like barely there kind of as a thing, just the...
Yeah.
Like, that's basically fucking it for most of these fucking tracks. It was like, oh my god, like, do something. And that's what I was saying earlier, was like, I thought these were going to be fucking, it's called Certified Lover Boy, CLB. I thought this was going to be like, oh boy, hide your ladies, you know what I'm saying, hide your wife. Oh, when you hear these tracks, the panties are dropping. But not really. In fact, a lot of these songs are very much exposing how he feels, to the point where it's just like, yeah, I don't see how you would think any woman would be like, oh, this is the lover boy of our ages. Like, there's one music video I saw. It was for the "I'm Too Sexy" song, which is one of the few songs that actually did feel like it was living up to what this album was purported to be about, right?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I'm too sexy. And in the music video, there's an animated portion where it's like Future's like flexing, and he's flexing so hard that one woman gets like pregnant, and she's like, oh, and then another woman gets like, she like accidentally gets pregnant, and it's like, whoa, and like Future actually has a moment where he looks like stressed out, where he's like, oh shit, this is a problem.
Oh shit.
Babies are going to come out in 9 months. Wait a minute, this isn't like a punchline joke. Like, I'm going to have to deal with the repercussions of this. Like,
I wish I would have seen the video. I hadn't seen that yet.
It's like one of those joke things where it's like, oh, all these women get pregnant because like they're so turned on. But then you see his reaction where he's like, like, this is gonna be an issue.
That's funny. I like that.
Oh, I think I need to stop. Like, I shouldn't flex too much. Wait a minute.
I wish that carried over into the song itself.
Right.
But how did you feel about your girl?
When Nicki Minaj showed up for no reason?
Okay. Look, I don't know what the fuck she's doing here, right?
Like, remember when on Queen, when I sounded very confident? Let me just do that part without any of the verses.
I don't know if she even knew exactly what she was doing here. The only redeemable part to me, and it's because I love it every time she does it, it's when she just sounds like she just becomes unfucking hinged by the end of it. And she's...
If someone would just quote that part, like, someone needs to be like Kanye West in Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and be like, I know how to use you. Just this one part where you sound insane.
The end of Anaconda, where Nicki is just like...
This ass has got him hypnotized. Blah. I've gone mad with power.
I mark out every time she does that. I really do like when she does that, but everything leading up to it is just like, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like,
yeah, was that worth the laugh? Yeah, like
I'm gonna let you. Like, it's the fucking oh, you girls are my sons shit again. But we're still on that kick. But now it's just like for real. Like, I really am the parent. I'm going to beat your ass.
if she had said some DJ drama level shit, right, then it would be fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, I ain't paying child support for you bitch ass motherfuckers. I'm like Drake. I don't give a fuck. Oh, excuse me. Like, you know.
I forgot my present company. Oops.
Now that'd be funny. If they was on some fucking Eminem shit, you know how like fucking sometimes you'll hear like a D12 song where like Swifty McVeigh will diss Eminem on something and it'll be like, wait, what? Are you allowed to do that? Like, you know. Speaking of Poppy's Home, had one lyric, with Nicki on it. It was like starting off, where he goes like, to all my sons worldwide, I walked out only on my son, all my juniors, I left you in my mother's hand, something like that. And it turns out like he's kind of saying it to be like, oh, all the styles that I've fathered from all the people who were like copying me. But like, when you have the album cover, looking like it is, and then starting off like, to all my sons worldwide, it's just like, it felt like at the start it was just like, oh, is he gonna confess to like more kids out there? Like,
that's what I said was gonna be the deal last week. I called it, but like, I don't know if this is like, I mean, it's your life, whatever, Drake, but it feels very awkward when you make so many allusions to it. It definitely feels like I'm gonna try to get ahead of the critics by making my own jokes, which, whatever, you know?
Yeah, it feels like he's not doing good enough with that. Because, like, if you're doing that, like, if you did it right, I could imagine being on your side. It's one of those things like, I see what you're trying to do, but... oh, so close but no cigar. Like
you definitely haven't endeared me to you yet, Drake.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't working that well.
Yeah, and especially when you have lines fucking starting off track 3 with, oh, you say that you're a lesbian girl, me too.
God damn it. This song is so fucking embarrassing. Girls want girls. I just have written down here, Tell me you don't have any queer people in your life without telling me you don't have any queer people in your life. If you think you can fucking get away with, say that you're a lesbian girl, me too. Like, I'm sorry. In 2021, please, not like this.
And I'm not even, like, saying it's even worth it for the build-up that comes up to it, but, like, the lyric before it isn't even fucking worth it with the fucking... Because it's like, he rhymes through with through. Like, it's not even like a fucking... It's like, staring at your dress because it's see-through. Yeah, talking all that shit. Yeah, talking all that shit that you done been through. Like, you strip through it through. Like, it's not even like but the rhyme scheme worked. How could you blame me for how, you know what I mean? Like,
and then fucking Lil Baby, he does the same shit. Shit like eating pussy. I'm like, me too. Stop!
He elaborates it even more, and it says it's just like, oh, I'm with these 2 chicks that are so hot, and I buy them all this shit. And, like, it's not even like a fucking, like, it's trying to push it as like, if you could stretch it as far as you could, it'll be like, maybe it's about polyamorous relationships and him being with 2 women. But it's just like still, like, it's not even that good enough to even be worth that, because it's still just totally like, oh, look, I got 2 chicks that like twins because I'm buying them everything. Bruh, it's the same thing. I didn't even, like, I don't even have to, I'm not even trying to think, like, presently enough as to what they both would want to buy them different individual things for what they want. No, I'm just buying them the same thing. Like, so they're fine with it. It's like the twins, Like, it's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Another thing that they do on this that, like, man, like, Drake trying to sweet sing on this song made me fucking laugh. Like, this is not the fucking time or place.
And it's so rambly and boring.
Drake was mumbling on this track, and I already lost my fucking interest. That is the easiest, quickest way to make me not give a fuck about your song is when you just start mumbling.
This track has a lot of, like, it's a very sleepy sounding beat, and the way he's rapping is that, like, offbeat thing, but it's like offbeat on purpose, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the beat, and he's like 1, 2, man, girl, and I'm gonna get you that dress, girl, you know I'm better, but I didn't know you're not stressed. It's like rapping like right on the offbeat, and it's like, this would work if you were saying something that was interesting, or the beat was lively enough where it mattered and made it feel like there was an importance to that offbeatness. But when it's just this low key beat and you just rapping on this offbeat note, it just sounds boring. It just sounds like I get what you're doing from a musical like perspective, but it's like it's so easy to be like, yeah, but to the average lead person, just sounds like you're being lazy and you're not even staying on the beat because the music is so laid back and you are so laid back relative to what's happening and you're not saying anything that's important.
Another thing that comes up on a few of these tracks that is just sonically unpleasant to me is the way they use autotune, especially on Lil Baby's verse. He's rapping too fast. And he just sounds warbly. Yeah, I just... like, there's somebody else, too, who just ends up, like, unintelligible. It's just like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Oh, Travis Scott, in part of his verse. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say.
You might as well have cut that off. There was nothing.
I have no clue, man. In the Bible, I have written down here, I wanted to quote, "Fucked 100 N-words, how them N-words love you now. You don't know love. You don't know love like my child. Lay your ass down. Then that liquor got you fired up. Turn up every day, girl. It don't say that in the Bible. Can't give it up because you love that lifestyle."
Oh my God. That's how I'm reacting in real time. Like, I'm trying to just let you read the lyrics, but just the way it's affecting me in real time, it's just like, I'm just remembering the lyrics. Just like, just on top of the fucking, like you said, the misogyny, on top of it, the fucking, what was that lyric where you said about his first child? Say it again. I'm sorry. I just need to hear exactly what you said.
You don't know love. You don't love me like my child?
Get out of here! Like, again, it's so that retroactively, like, I've been a great father all along. What are you talking about? Like, stop it!
It's so unfortunate. Like, I thought the verses were, like, okay, but man, this chorus ruins it.
The verses aren't that, like, it felt like for some of these songs, like, some of the verses actually weren't that bad. Like, they weren't, like, raising my ire or anything, but it would just be like, but you're not pulling this together. Like, you know what I mean?
There's a line in Dirk's verse. I had to write this down, because I was like, huh? Because I thought he did okay. But then he ends his verse with, "Back to back, I'm wrestling with them. Lean voice, I'm raspy with it. I did my dance one time on TikTok and went viral with it."
Yeah, what?
That's how you end a verse?
Yeah, and I was just
what?
Like, what is it? Okay, so am I getting this? This was on In the Bible, right?
Yes.
Again, certified lover boy. Hear my
don't
song
know.
In the Bible.
Is it supposed to be some impressive thing? Like, yeah, you're like an accomplished rapper on a Drake album. Like, that's a pretty big accomplishment. More so than having a dance on TikTok, I'd imagine.
Yeah, like even if that was true, like as a thing that happened, it's just like you're, just hardcore gangster rapper, and I'm on the song, like, maybe I'm going to talk about my love too, hey, 50 Cent made a song called, 21 Questions where he's talking about his love, or like, whatever,
yes.
Like, okay, I'm allowing you to have, like, it's okay for you to have that fucking, like, softer moment, people have different facets of them, and then you ended with, my TikTok dance went viral. Like, what?
I was like, okay, and?
What am I supposed to get from that? Yeah.
I was just confused more than anything. It was just like, that's not a hot line to end on, Dirk. That's nothing.
It's just like, oh my God.
I did like Giveon. Is that how you pronounce their name?
Yeah.
Whoever did the outro.
Verse. Yeah.
I did like the outro.
It fit with what was happening, you know what I'm saying?
Now,
with what should have been happening, yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say,
okay.
Let me double check. Okay. The next two songs are my favorite songs on the album.
Let me see. I can see why. I can see fucking why.
Love All with a, compared to last week, solid verse from Jay-Z.
Yep.
Much
Solid
improved.
Verse. Solid verse.
And Fair Trade. I think these two are the best cuts. Fair Trade featuring Travis Scott and Charlotte Day Wilson.
And I'm going to say this. I think Fair Trade had the best fucking hook. And I think that's partially contributes to why.
I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
If you can make me feel what you're talking about, I don't give a fuck about the egotism and all that shit.
Nope.
If you can make me feel it. When he said that shit, it's like, sounds like a fair trade to me. I'm like, I got you, Drake. You know, peace of mind. Look, if I gotta have less friends, if that means I'm cool, if I can get you, if I can feel what you're talking about, it doesn't matter how much of an egotist you are. You know what I'm saying? You can make me feel that shit. And on this track, yeah, I felt that more than any other fucking hook. And that was the thing that made me have that, like, really remembering moment of like, if anything, even if you don't like the fucking verses that he's saying, rambling, whatever the fuck, these hooks you're supposed to fucking love. And I had that moment, it's like, yeah, these hooks ain't really catching me like that. And it's like, ooh, yeah, that's supposed to be
that one.
Even if you don't like the fucking, that's supposed to. And yeah, this one was catching me. But I remember, like, even on the other, on the other albums, he had shit like, passion fruit, fucking controller. You couldn't deny that was catchy, though.
Very
even
catchy.
If it was like, Drake on this shit again, it was like, but you still tapping your fucking toe. You're like, I didn't get that with a lot of these tracks. And I was like, uh-oh. Like, even if you're not fucking Smith, I'm a lyrics guy, but sure, fuck it. You don't have to be the extra lyrical, whatever the fuck, dude. But get me with these hooks. But I was like, what hook, after listening to this album maybe 3 times now, was I going like, oh man, I can't help but sing that one. It was Fair Trade and maybe how many other ones?
Yeah.
How many? And I was like, fuck the verses, fuck being lyrical, fuck me talking about like, nah. But if you got hooks, it don't matter. But I'm like, where the hooks though? Where the hooks at?
For the most part, this is an album best enjoyed in the background.
Yeah.
Don't pay too close attention to the lyrics. But it sounds okay enough.
Right.
Now, Drake decided, though, he made a conscious effort. He made a decision here. He thought the album was getting too hype.
Right.
He wanted to cool you down a little bit.
Let's not go too fast. These fucking mid-tempo tracks for the most part anyway. But yeah.
Too sexy for the trap. Too sexy for the cat. Too sexy
know,
for this earth. Too sexy for this world. Future.
Muse.
No.
You know what's weird?
No.
When I heard the sample, at first, I had the moment of like, what? He's using this sample? Oh, how ridiculous. And then when I heard when he was doing the, like, and the way it was, like, mixed into the beat, too sexy, like, how cool the motherfucker said, I was like, if you got the right lyrics, you can make this work. And then the verses and the hook started. And it was like, God damn it, I'm trying to give you props on this one. Like, it was one of those songs that I was going to be like, oh shit, is this the big hot single that, like, but you can't even deny. I know I used the corny ass 90s song. I know I did it, but you liked it, didn't you? You liked it, you son of a. And with the sample, with how it sounded so blasé, like to New York and Japan, with how it was used in the beat, I was like, damn it, Drake, you fucking got. And then when the hook, it was so fucking generic, and then the verses just being generic, I was just like, God damn it! Like,
you had me with the first half, dude.
Too. Right? Oh,
you had me worried. You had me sitting over here thinking you were about to be like, you know what though?
Right.
My expectations for this track were pretty low, but he fucking sold me on it. No.
But it's like, nah, it's completely deniable.
Look, man, the sample itself already was like, no. As soon as the sample started, I was like, no, I don't need to hear this. But then, Future, after that, was like, oh man, y'all are really testing my patience here.
Too sexy for this lead. Too sexy for my cup. Too sexy. Just all these generic fucking things. So
then, Drake has a verse, which I thought was alright. But to sit through that much Future, because you get that long ass chorus again, and then a Future verse too.
Long ass Future verse too.
No, that's way too much. So by that point,
I'm sexy. I'm sexy. I'm too sexy to enunciate.
So by that point, I was absolutely being like, Thug, I'm sorry. I don't know if I might just have to bail before your verse again. And then I heard it, and I was like, that was not worth the wait at all. I'm really mad now.
Hold up, though. I will say, again, with all these Young Thug verses, it's so weird. Like, he starts it kind of interesting, where he's like, again, his voice sounds different and his delivery sounds different than everyone else, right? He's like, too sexy to count, Fetty. My neck, spaghetti. Woo! Red diamonds, spaghetti. Hey, this paper, I said, whoa. And I was like, oh, okay. But then
I like his energy, yeah.
Yeah, but then as the verse, again, went on, it was just like, yeah, but you're not saying any punchlines that really are kind of like hitting and everything. Like, it's like every fucking time, it's like clockwork. I'll just be like, I want to like this. But it's just like, you're not doing enough as the verse progresses. It's just like, he goes like, oh, but this flow's different from everyone else, so that's all I need to do. It's like, I see how it could seem like that's all you need to do relative to, how much everyone else isn't trying,
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, so close it doesn't go. And then we get TSU with the first minute of this track with this slow ass voice where it's just like,
oh my god, what the fuck was that?
Bag.
What's up, ladies? Southside.
And I'm like, oh my god, will you just get to start the song?
Get to the point, Drake!
I get it. Oh, certified Texas representing a dude who actually has a Texas accent. Real shit. But it's like, get to the point. What's up, Bay City? What's up, all the ladies in Louisiana?
No.
Get to the fucking hook.
I did not care for that.
I'm not gonna want to listen to this every time, bro. Like,
fuck no.
And the thing
absolutely not.
This song is so, like, as it's set up, especially when you get to the hook, it's supposed to be that fucking, oh, this for all the ladies at TSU, hey, fucking bust it wide open when you hear this joint. You think any woman's gonna want to hear the first fucking minute and a half of this fucking slow ass talking? Like, no, it's not worth it.
In too deep.
Oh my god. And this what started off, it had some fucking guitars in there. I was like, huh? I was feeling like at the beginning of fucking Jail by Kanye West. I was like,
oh yeah.
Ooh, you got some clean ass guitars? Oh, where are you gonna take this? Oh shit. Oh, it's a certified lover boy, but you're gonna give us a little bit more than we bargained for. You're gonna take us to another show? Not really. No, not really.
No. It's another
like,
warm-up. Part one. Warming you up for part two.
For the switch up, that means nothing. They didn't switch the topic. They didn't switch, really, the energy, really.
Like, but RC, we got our boy Future again.
I don't understand. Of all people to go twice.
It's only been a song in between. Can you please give us a bit more of a break than that?
Oh, I know. Drake knows you were thirsty. You heard that one Drake verse. You're like, God damn it. Future only on for one verse again on the Drake album. Oh, what a shame. What a shame he wouldn't spoil us with more than one verse. What can it be? The mumbled mouth fucking virtuoso himself has returned twice.
Ever since Jumpman, I can't get enough of the Drake Future two-hit combo. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, not here for that. Now, the next three songs I thought were okay.
I literally wrote down, I just don't understand what's happening enough for this track to feel distinguishable enough from the last.
Drake really wants you to pipe down, and he doesn't know what he's got to do to make you pipe down. I'm like, I don't know what you're really talking about, but it sounds okay, I guess. Yeba's Heartbreak?
This singer who's actually, like, fucking her vocal delivery sounds committed to, you know what I mean? And the echoing in the musicality is actually coming from, the piano, which is like, like playing the notes so, like, virtuosically. And so, like, yeah, of course, they're pushing down the pedal to give you that big echoey sound, like, and maybe there's, like, one or two, like, studio sound effects to help it with things, but also, like, I was just listening, I was like, oh my god. This is a track. And it totally fits. It hits all those cylinders of, like, the Drake slowed down, very, like, but it works because it's this woman just playing fucking, or whoever's playing piano and her singing. And it's just like, oh, this is just a solid ass track. Okay. It's like, damn, you really shouldn't have put this on here because now I really want to listen to this person's music. And it's just reminding me how much you're not like fitting this Loverboy thing, right? Like, because this song was all about like love and all this other stuff. And it was just like, yeah, where are those tracks? Where are the tracks where it's just like, you know, maybe even if it's not that deep, but it's like, but I got you with the hook, didn't I? Hey, you know, like, where are those songs?
Now, how about Certified Lover Boy? No friends in the industry. Drake with his gravelly whisper rapping trying to sound hard.
That one was okay. Like, I like the energy of that one. And in fact, there was one point on that track where, like, the beat switched up musically and something there was like a synth that kicked in right when he says, like, and I got a contract and it's max. Since I got a contract, she attached. And it was like it was something happened where it was just like, just the difference of musicality in that moment maybe just like made my ears perk up. I was just like, oh, are we about to drop? Oh, shit. And it didn't really end up dropping, but it was just like, but it made me feel how like, if you get the musicality working in a certain way, you can make maybe some of these songs pop. But it was like making me feeling like how, you know, lyrically, it's not that great, and delivery is not that great, but it's like the production is further doing him a disservice by how it's not really popping for him. You know, like a lot of these tracks just kind of sound samey. I remember actually that we talking on Views from the Six. I remember having that point where it's like, it felt like 40, the producer for him, is doing more experimental shit, and he's kind of still on the same sort of shit, you know? So I remember having that feeling, and it kind of feels like for this album, someone told him like, hey, calm it down, all right? Like, don't make me feel like I need to be too ambitious lyrically with these songs, okay? So that I can continue at the same pace for every single song.
After Way Too Sexy, I thought that was going to be the worst song on the album. Easily. No.
Oh.
That's got to be Knife Talk.
Oh.
That's got to be the fucking...
No.
Worst.
Okay, no, let me.
Okay, defend yourself.
So when I first heard the song, right, you know, all these starting off like, oh yeah, gutter niggas, you know, don't come around here, we might gut you in the stomach, you know, no. I'm like, Drake, this isn't you. Like,
no.
This is not you.
This Project Pat intro,
right? I'm like,
oh, come on.
Like, he's so trying to go, hey, look, I'm down with Texas, I'm down with Houston. It's like, but is this you, though? Like, what are you doing?
I just gotta read this off because I just thought this was crap for an intro.
That Juicy J flow.
Street life will have you catch it up to God quicker. Sticker, AK-47 to your liver. Let the chopper bang on you like a blood or a cripper. Flipper, so much bread, I'm a gymnast. Gymnast?
Hey, at least he didn't do gymnasta.
You know, he could have. But now, the race is on. Who had a worse showing? Project Pat or the reigning, undefeated 21? Let it bang, bang, let it bang, bang, till his brains hang, and his mama sang, and the pastor sang, and them bullets sang, and them choppers sang, and the choir sang.
Can I tell you something?
Oh no!
This hook was weak as goddamn water. Like,
this was so bad.
But it was the weird thing where it was just like, but for 21 Savage, this wasn't that bad. So it was like to me, I was like, huh. Like the verses when he said, Smith and Wesson, I'm a 4L gang reppin'. We done baptized more niggas than the damn reverend. Kappa Alpha, me and my gang, we do all the steppin'. Who you checkin'? This effing shoot east to west end. I was like,
that's not bad, yeah.
Putting some multis in there. I was like, okay, 21 Savage. Like, so for a 21 Savage song, this wasn't that bad. But for the 21 Champagne Poppy collaboration, it was just like, why did we? Whose energy? Who is this working for? And then the piano coda at the end for no reason.
They were trying stuff with the piano on this album. Yeah. I don't know if it ever really worked. The next stretch is not very good, in my opinion.
Now, hold on a second. I will have to say, 7 a.m. on Bridal Path is the best song on this album. Because It's the only one where my ears perked up and I was like, what? He's talking about someone? Kanye? What? Excuse me? He was calling out Kanye. And after we had to listen to Kanye's album, I'd say a little...
God damn you, Drake.
Yeah, a little extra context, maybe appreciate these lyrics a little bit more. Kanye and Drake had kind of been known for being like, oh, you guys ain't real rappers. You had people write your shit for you. Like, that sort of shit. So when he brings up this lyric where he says, and I got the flows, niggas still like boot toes. You reaching new lows, letting me take the rap for that Casper the Ghost shit while you finding all types of loopholes. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, look, we're already in the muck. You could have at least fucking been here with me, but you pushed me down. You pushed me underneath the bus so that you could be on top. Fuck you, Kanye. I see what you're doing. Then Race My Mind after that. It was cool, but again, I was like, he's not really hitting these hooks out of the park. Like,
I wasn't really endeared to the Biggie samples.
Yeah, oh my god, there was one part, like, randomly at the beginning of the track with Jay-Z, you just heard someone with a vaguely British voice who was just like, previously on Ready to Die. I was like, what the fuck was that? No. To put that on your track with Jay-Z, like, you're trying to say something. And then didn't he have a lyric earlier on the album where he was just like, oh, I used to want to throw up the rock sign, but we know how things have been going since then. And it's just like, It's like, it's one of those times, like, it's not a direct diss, but I'm just saying, we're doing way better. It's like, so did you didn't tell Jay-Z about that line, did you? And I did like the flush of harps that kind of come in every now and then. That was kind of cool. I know I needed the love, but I think I value the hate more. Picture me caring what niggas say on Wi-Fi they didn't pay for. Just like little lines like that. Like, oh.
That is a good line, though.
Yeah. Like, that's what he should have put on fucking t-shirts and shit.
Oh, man.
Missing the opportunities. Instead of these fucking, oh, I said that I love you yesterday. You should have asked me today, or some whack shit where he put on the t-shirt. Fountains was nothing of a track.
Oh, the dance hall beat.
Yeah, even as me, the person who's like, oh, I love but this is fucking Tropic House. This ain't really fucking, Jamaican dance hall rhythm. You know what I mean? This is fucking, you got the producer for a Justin Bieber track who makes Tropic House generic shit to sell the European crowd. Get along better, mumbling right out the gate. I'm bored. That's all I have written down for that one. I'm bored. And this is one of those songs, when I thought about the concept of it, I was like, oh, this could work in the Certified Lover Boy sort of like framework of like, oh, I get along better with your friend. Oh, I'm getting with your friend. And, like in the verse he tries to, this is not about revenge. It's like, yeah, but, when you, Drake, specifically bring that up, it's like, kind of sounds like it is. But within the verses, it didn't actually feel that way. I kind of did feel like the point was that, like, oh, here's this woman who's, not respecting what I'm doing for her, like the time that I'm putting in, you know what I mean? And so it's like, oh, dang, if I get along better with your friend, like, shit, oh, maybe that's telling me something, Like, I kind of did get what he was going for, but it's like, it felt like he needed to commit more to what the bit was, I should have felt like this was gonna fucking replace Usher's "You Make Me Wanna Leave the One I'm With." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I should have been. Like I said, if it's gonna be called Certified Lover Boy, I need to hear these fucking our fucking joints for the ladies. Like, I need to hear how this shit is gonna be like. Ooh, I can see how. God damn, yeah, I wouldn't have nothing to say against that if Drake came up and said that line to the lady. You know what I mean? Like, he's not that guy. Yeah, and so it feels like a misnomer to call the album that. With a guy who's had so much practice to be that guy. Yeah, I'm too good. Yeah, all these songs, If you fucking told me an album coming up, oh, it's called Certified Lover Boy, I would not guess it would be Drake. There's a lot of caveats that just give it to him by default, but, he didn't earn it. It's just because there's no one else there. That's the thing. It's like, and I'm remembering, he is known for doing love songs, but when I think of the main songs, I was like, but those were from 5-6 years ago with Rihanna and such and such. Like, he doesn't really do the songs that are like, God damn, oh, watch your wife, because he just might, take her with what he's saying. No, when you listen to the songs, it is kind of clear that, yeah, he's not stealing your girlfriend, because he still kind of sounds hung up on you. The biggest song, hit song about love that I can remember is Hotline Bling, and that wasn't a Mr. Steal Your Girl track. That was I sound really fucking... I lost my girl. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, if it's like maybe giving you the different facets of the lover boy, right? Like the love song as well as the lost love. I can get that. But it doesn't really feel like that's what this album is doing. It doesn't feel like this album has that connection. Overall, it feels like it's another Drake album where he's maybe talking about like, love and how these women just don't appreciate him enough, whatever. But it's mostly about like, like I'm paranoid and the haters and I've got more money than them and, like, and girl, you don't appreciate me enough, which is like, I don't know if that's the lover boy, like.
That comes up on the album a few times, and like, that's just kind of the attitude I do associate with Drake. And unfortunately, songs that come to mind are like, you better find your love, like early Drake. But even then, he's fucking shutting shit down the mall, telling that goes to the one for me. Like, even then, it's not consistent. But then other songs I think about are that fucking, like, we're fighting at Cheesecake Factory, and I'm gonna drop you back off to the hood. And it's like, that's not the lover boy either. Like, what's happening?
Yeah. And that's what he's known for. We can't act like he's not known for that, right? Like,
he's not smooth. Rick Ross and Lil Wayne, though, on You Only Live Twice? I thought Drake was the only thing really keeping that song from being better. Like, I thought Rick Ross, surprisingly, bringing the fucking energy right out the gate. Then I thought Wayne had to fucking pick up the pieces after Drake's verse.
I felt like he did if he wouldn't have done that fucking thing we were just repeated, like pussy niggas and something pussy niggas.
Yeah.
Like, you get past that part, but he actually did have a couple of fucking couple of quotables on here. But yeah, with fucking Drake, where he's like, "Oh, you on vacation? Don't ask me about relaxing. Not sure if you know, but I'm actually Michael Jackson." It's like, that's just awkward. Like,
yeah, that's weird.
With the follow-up, it's like, "Oh, the man I see in the mirror is actually going platinum." It's like, yeah, but you just tried to say that you're actually Michael Jackson. Like, after that last album where you try to, like, feature Michael Jackson postures.
Oh! Yeah!
Like, it's just awkward, man.
Then we get I Am Y2. Kid Cudi.
Yeah. Oh my God. Was not here.
No.
Nothing to write home about. It was okay, but then when you hear Kid Cudi coming with that, I'm the one she like, right? I was like, taking lessons from Kanye on how to properly bray like a donkey.
I was not fucking with this track at all.
Yeah. Catch me 10 toes in the limelight. Fuck up the world on my life, right?
Oh!
And then fucking
fans. Another track I have written down here that it's more...
You're goddamn right, I fuck fans, king me!
More awful sounding, misused auto-tune, in my opinion, on this one.
Oh, man. And there's just the fact that it's called fucking fans.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Like,
that's too weird.
And it doesn't even really go into it, but then it does kind of go into it. So it's like, it's kind of weird. Like, it's like, and I'm coming back with a plan. There's money in my hand, baby. You said I was fucking up when I was out here fucking fans. And damn, and it made you look crazy. And it's like, yeah, but she's not crazy because apparently you are. So it seems like you're admitting it. Like, what? Like, why are you saying? And it's like this weird, first of all, you titled the song Fucking Fans, which is just, that's just so awkward off the rip. Like, as a song title. But this is like, he doesn't, like, make it better, where it's just like, maybe it's a sort of like, a hubris track, right? Like, oh man, I thought I was supposed to be loyal to you, but I was out here fucking fans. Like, oh, But then he's just like,
these fucking fans.
Yeah, right.
Like, he's annoyed at his fans. That would work.
Yeah. But then I locked the door that night in Vegas because I had to. Then I had a kid, even though I never planned to. I can't imagine when your girls gave you that news. Like, I know that probably made you want to hit the streets on everything, made you want to pour bleach on everything. But it was just sort of like why did you bring that up? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only further making you like, yeah, you're not the lover boy at all. The whole facade had fallen when that came out. Yeah, that's right. Like, like, what are you bringing? Like, and again, it feels like he's trying to save face by being honest and bringing it up, but it's like, you're not doing enough to really turn it on its ear.
I feel like he's being more sarcastic and ironic than anything with the title of the album. Like, it's gotta be a joke, right? I mean, especially with the cover, it's gotta be a joke.
You got me, okay? Like, yeah.
But I thought he ended it okay enough with the remorse.
Yeah, the remorse. Yeah, that was all right. But then he has this line where he's like, the strings will be unattached, certified lover boy. I'm not the one for cuddling or none of that. Which, does that not directly contradict that I'm a certified lover boy, not the one for cuddling or none of that? Wait, huh? Although, he ended on again, it's like a mixed bag, right? Because he ended on one of these lines where he says, for the young G's out here starting from the beginning, nobody praying for you when you winning, never forget it. And he ended the album on that, and that was kind of like damn, I get that. I get how you're feeling, right? When you're successful, no one's, trying to be like, hey, I hope continued success. You as an individual who's dealing with the stresses of everyday life, right? It does suck that people are like, you've got enough blessings. Fuck you. It does suck to be at that journey and be like, oh, but I'm still a person. You don't have to say fuck me. I get.
They're only wishing for your downfall. Typical Drake stuff.
Right.
Not the continued success, like you said, it's almost always just waiting for that other shoe to drop, Overall, what did you walk away with?
I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Okay. I ended up giving it a 3.
Wow, you gave it a higher rating than me?
I'm 2 for 2 right now.
You're 0.
It doesn't feel good, 2 for 2, because last week, you ended up giving Kanye a 2, and I ended up giving him a 3 on that, too. And I'm starting to question my methods.
Wait a minute.
Me and Fantano both gave this album a 3, but his is out of a scale of 10, so... I was sitting here like, what the fuck is really going on? How?
I really do think, after a certain capacity, with so many tracks, it is hard to get, to grab together the general consensus of how you feel overall, right, to a certain capacity.
It gets lost, yeah.
Yeah, you get lost in the sauce. It's wait, how did I feel on the first 5 tracks? We're at track 17 now. And so it's just the general vibe is that it felt like this was about average. I can get that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just if you were to break down the nitty gritty, it's just yeah, these don't really, really hold it up, but they're solid enough. But they're not even really solid, because, again, it's one of those things, as soon as you look down the sum of its parts of these tracks, it's they don't really hold up like that, but, if they are the background, whatever, they're fine. Amongst the track of other drill-adjacent sounding tracks with the SoundCloud beats, I guess this is a bit of a cut above the generic rest, right? In terms of, quality, but it's not really above the rest, where it's just stop what the fuck you're doing, listen to this album right now, right? It's just kind of by nature of him having more resources, yeah, it's just probably just gonna sound a cut above the rest anyway. But, And
I feel like I need to say the same thing I said during the Kanye review, of that even the songs I thought were good, I don't really see myself revisiting much.
Right. There's a functional goodness to them, but it's not go back to this track. Yeah. So that's a shame. Feel that. But with all of that said, we're gonna wrap this week's episode up. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. It means so much that you would choose to give us an hour and a half or so of your time a week. That really means a lot. And the fact that you actually give a shit what we need to say about these albums, right,
and that you
about our punk ass opinions.
Yeah, that you put our opinions, that you actually give it credit and are interested. That really means a lot, especially if you're paying for these requests, with Switchfoot earlier. If there's an album that you would like to hear us talk about, either it's an album that you really, really like, or it's an album you want to torture us with, it's all the same. It's Ko-fi. That's ko-fi.com/goinoff. With that, I tweeted about this, about the tentative subject may change plan with the review queue and everything. But since then, we've already got 2 more requests, so it's well...
It's what it is.
We were getting close there for a minute, but... That fucking carrot keeps getting pulled away from us as we think we're getting closer and closer to it, the magic number to where we can lower the price again. But you know, we can't complain too much because we're getting paid. And ultimately...
Yeah, exactly, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, if you're willing to pay us, like, hey, appreciate it. Hey, you know?
I think these people understand what we're doing well enough by now that, you know, I don't think anyone feels any way about it.
Right.
But we do hope to eventually get down to the magic number to where we can lower the price again and people can feel that they can request and afford their requests again, but I'm not sure when that's going to be. So just keep your eyes open and your ears, and we'll let y'all know as soon as that time comes. But until then, you can follow us on our socials, our Twitters, Patreon, Ko-fi.
Yeah, Rap Critical. I'll be doing my Twitch streams. Get with it. Act like you want it.
And until next time, because I believe we're taking this coming week off.
Oh, yeah.
So probably the week after. For Going Off, I'm Muse.
And I'm the Rap Critic, and I'm too sexy for this podcast.